Days after 27-year-old Noida techie drowned in a waterlogged trench, NDRF team has finally pulled out his car. Police said the accident occurred in Greater Noida within the jurisdiction of the Knowledge Park police station late on the night of January 17, when the deceased Yuvraj Mehta's car broke through the edge of a drain at the Sector 150 crossing and fell into the water. The NDRF team used boats and divers to locate his car and pull it out 3 days after the incident and loaded it onto a truck. Meanwhile, earlier in the day, the police arrested the director of a real estate firm in connection with the death of the 27-year-old software engineer, while a special investigation team visited the spot and initiated its probe into the incident. Eyewitness account, remember, they have said the victim repeatedly cried out for help for nearly 2 hours. But despite the presence of police personnel and the rescue teams at the site, he could not be rescued. Let's also take a look at who all are to be blamed, who is responsible for the death of Yuvraj Mehta. The first person to be blamed is Abhay Kumar. He is the Wishtown planner. He is the MJ Wishtown Planner Limited owner. He is the builder in whose side there was a water-filled pit. He ignored those safety norms which could have saved Yuvraj. The owner has been arrested. He has also been sent to a police custody. The next person on the list to be blamed is M. Lokesh. He is the Noida Authority CEO. He failed to act on 2 warnings. Jan 23 letter on the pit, Jan 2 accident, no action, after which we lost Yuvraj Mehta, a young promising life cut short because of some laxity of the officials. He has been removed from his post after Yuvraj's death. The second and the third person now to be blamed is the State Disaster Relief Force. Remember, the men reached the site late, then they refused to get into the pit because the water was too cold. They were inexperienced, there were no divers in the team. They could have saved Yuvraj. He was there on top of his car with a flashlight in his hand, asking for help, pleading for help. The men didn't have required equipment for rescue. The SDRF team needs to answer this. The next part of this hall of blame is shared by Manisha Singh. She is the DCP Traffic Police. She failed to ensure that there were reflectors, warning signs at the area where this pit was filled with water. Then comes the UP Irrigation Department. What was the department doing? There was delay in constructing regulator at the pond. Then comes Medha Rupam, DM of Gautam Budh Nagar. 4 days later, no action, no response. Then we have, after Medha, Lakshmi Singh, Police Commissioner of Gautam Budh Nagar. Didn't do much as well. Saad Main Khan, he was the DCP of Greater Noida. The police's inaction is in question. The incident was first reported to the cops. What did the police do to help the victim? There are several questions the police team needs to answer and also must ensure that such incidents do not get repeated. SP Singh, he's the GM of Noida Traffic Cell. Why were there no signs near the pit? Remember that one sign at the end of that road would have saved multiple lives. Remember what eyewitnesses said. They said that this happened earlier as well. If these people had helped Yuvraj and others, I stay in Noida. If I drive through that lane and if the one warning sign can save my life, why it was not put up? But NDTV's continuous reportage has forced authorities to act. In fact, NDTV also confronted Noida DM Medha Rupam, who visited the accident site after days. The DM was seen avoiding media questions over the techie's death. Let's also take a look at that.
Well, let us also speak to Noida DM Medha Rupam, who is over here. Medha ji, what you have to say on this entire matter? DDMA is the first respondent. Why the team was not present on the spot? Not present on the spot. Medha ji, the people want to know that what has happened. Today's one you asked them to don't touch me like this. Don't touch me like this, please. You need to answer the questions now. क्या कहना चाहेंगे आप? मेधा जी, अशोक जी, यहाँ आइए, हटिए.
डिलीवरी बॉय पहुंचे थे, उनके कुछ और बयान थे.
What would you want to say? You are the DDMA was the first respondent. Why you were not present? Meeraji, you are the GM of Noida. What would you like to say? What would you like to say on this? The DDMA is the first respondent. On your screens, let us also go from that side. Why no action is being taken? Why not saying anything? Why did the security is the first respondent? We are just asking questions, nothing else. Why asking questions as to what they have to say? You cannot stop us like this from asking the questions. क्या कहना चाहेंगे? यहाँ पे पानी भरा हुआ है पूरा. आप चुप क्यों हैं? Why are you not saying anything? जवाब दीजिए मीरा जी. आप सवालों से क्यों भाग रही हैं? Miss Medha, people want to know that what has actually happened. You being the first responding DDMA, why DDMA was not there? Why? What you have to say on this? So Noida DM. Why was not any preparation?
दीजिए, आप 4 दिन बाद पद पर आई है. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता कि आप जवाब नहीं देंगे.
Now let's tell you why there is so much anger. Why are we questioning the authorities? Why Yuvraj would have been alive today? Only if officials acted on those warnings. Which were these warnings? Let's break it down for you. There were 2 warnings that were ignored by the Noida authorities, and Noida techie had to pay with his life. First warning was back in 2023. Official letter flagged need to install regulator at pit. It said what could have been done. UP Irrigation Department had written to the Noida authority on that same pit, but those signs were ignored. Warning letter that gathered dust there. It was lost in files while officials were deep in slumber mode. Then the warning too on Jan 2nd. Truck fell in the same pit. Driver was saved. Remember, just days before Yuvraj lost his life, there was a truck accident in the same area, in the same manner. The driver was saved by the same delivery person as well. But no action was taken by the officials. The officials weren't alarmed enough to see that such incident can repeat. And then what we saw is Jan 17, Yuvraj's car fell in that same pit. He died. Officials didn't act for 15 days, remember. That's why the anger is growing against authorities, and we are demanding answers and action from the UP government. The techie has lost life. Questions remain unanswered, and officials must answer now. Focusing now on the national capital, its major generational shift in the BJP's organizational ranks. 45-year-old Nitin Nabin is now the party's national president, the youngest to hold the post. His elevation underlines the BJP's renewed emphasis on organizational strength and youth at a time when key electoral battles await. Several senior BJP leaders, including Prime Minister Narendra Modi, outgoing BJP President JP Nadda, and several union ministers attended the event at the party's Delhi headquarters. Prime Minister Narendra Modi set the tone for Nitin Nabin's tenure, calling him the boss and referring to himself as a mere party worker. Addressing a gathering at the BJP headquarters in the national capital, Prime Minister congratulated Nabin on being elected president of what he described as the world's largest political party and said his responsibility goes beyond managing the BJP. Take a look at our report.
The boss of the BJP, the youngest ever national president. 45-year-old Nitin Nabin has officially taken charge.
माननीय नितिन नबीन जी, मैं कार्यकर्ता हूं, वे मेरे बॉस हैं। मैं आजकल के युवाओं की भाषा में कहूं तो नितिन जी खुद भी एक प्रकार से मिलेनियल है। वो उस जनरेशन से हैं जिसने भारत में बड़े आर्थिक, सामाजिक और टेक्नोलॉजिकल परिवर्तन होते देखे हैं।
The anointment was a grand affair at the BJP headquarters in Delhi, where the party's top leadership laid out its vision and strategy for the future.
कभी भाजपा ने पार्टी विद अ डिफरेंस के रूप में अपनी यात्रा शुरू की थी। आज बीजेपी पार्टी ऑफ गवर्नेंस भी है। देश के आजादी के बाद शासन के अलग अलग मॉडल देखे हैं। कांग्रेस के परिवारवाद का मॉडल, लेप का मॉडल, क्षेत्रीय दलों का मॉडल, अस्थिर सरकारों का दौर, ये सब मॉडल देख चुका है। लेकिन आज देश स्थिरता, सुशासन और संवेदनशीलता वाला भाजपा का विकास मॉडल देख रहा है।
Nitin Nabeen's appointment signals the BJP's sharpened focus on organization and generational transition. For the party, the message is clear: fresh leadership for a changing political landscape, driven by boots on the ground, data-led campaigns, and cadre mobilization. Within the BJP, those who have worked with Nabeen describe him as hardworking, politically curious, and a thorough organizational worker. Others call him grounded, accessible, a man of samanvay, coordination.
ये युवा पार्टी की जो सोच है वो बहुत ही दूरदृष्टि टाइप की सोच है। मोदी जी का सपना है 2047 का, तो उसके लिए उन्होंने यूथ को आगे करा है। एंड इट इज़ वेरी प्लेजर फॉर अस, वी सी हिम एज अ यूथ लीडर ऑल्सो। एंड वेरी फ्रेंकली स्पीकिंग, ये पहले ऐसे अध्यक्ष हैं, राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष, जो पार्टी जब बनी है उसके बाद बॉर्न आउट हुए हैं।
At 45, Nabeen is the youngest BJP president. But his youth is buoyed by experience, nearly 2 decades of party organizational work. Starting with the BJP's youth wing in Bihar, Nabeen steadily climbed the ranks, handling election responsibilities, building networks, and mastering ground-level mobilization. His political roots run deep. His father, a former Jan Sangh member, served as a legislator. For insiders, Nabeen's rise is the story of an organizational loyalist groomed within the system, not a factional appointee.
अगले कुछ महीने में तमिलनाडु, असम, बंगाल, केरल और पुडुचेरी में चुनाव होने जा रहा है और वहाँ की डेमोग्राफी की पूरी चर्चा हो रही है। किस प्रकार से बदले हुए डेमोग्राफी में वहाँ चीज़ें बदल रही हैं और हमारे लिए अपने आप में एक चुनौती है। लेकिन हम पूरी तरह से आश्वस्त हैं कि भाजपा का कार्यकर्ता अपने संघर्ष और परिश्रम के बल पर इन 5 राज्यों में सशक्त भाजपा का नेतृत्व प्रदान करने जाएगा।
It was Home Minister Amit Shah who first spotted Nabeen's work in Chhattisgarh, later making him part of BJP's Delhi campaign. A campaign that ended the party's nearly 3-decade electoral drought in the capital election this year. His organizational muscle was most visible in Chhattisgarh, where he served as election co-in-charge alongside Union Minister Mansukh Mandavia. His role in Bihar further solidified his standing. Onwards, the spotlight is on Nitin Nabeen, the young organizer from Bihar at the heart of the BJP's next chapter. NDTV Bureau Report.
The Madras High Court has once again reserved its order on the release of TVK chief Vijay's final film, Jananayagan. The hearing today in the High Court began with the CBFC's arguments stating that they were fully within their rights to ask for a review of the film. The High Court observed that the makers of the film cannot ask for an expedited release of the film, citing financial reasons. The makers, however, have argued that they weren't made aware of the review and that the certification was provided before asking for the necessary cuts in the film. Let's also break down the arguments that took place inside the courtroom. Let's take a look at the charges and the counter charges that were made inside the courtroom today. In the High Court, Censor Board pleaded that chairperson has powers to order review. Remember, but the Jananayagan filmmakers have objected, saying CBFC chairman's order were not given to us yet. The makers also further on claim that we were merely informed of their orders. But Censor Board says that several films have been sent to revising committee and Jananayagan is not the first one which is facing this hurdle. The CBFC also says objections were conveyed within 7 days. So there was enough time for the makers to review the edits and do it. But the filmmakers counter it with saying that CBFC gave no information on complaints. There were no objections raised. But the Censor Board says that the producers didn't challenge any review that was told to them. But filmmakers say that there is no transparency from Censor Board's side. Hence, there is so much back and forth in the decision if the movie will be released or not. Remember, it was scheduled for Pongal release, but Jananayagan could not release then, and then there was whole political turmoil with BJP and Congress also jumping in the bandwagon and questioning the delay. But now the Madras High Court has again ordered a revision and reserved his order. Let's also take a look at when it will be done. We will be here to continue and track which is a film release. Remember, it will be a big political affair, and NDTV will be keeping a close track. But for now, we're slipping into a very short break.